Stand by to launch FanStream Sports.
3, 2, 1. Let's start.
Hello, sports fans. Welcome to FanStream Sports. Nothing but pure sports.
What is up, Ravens flock? IndyCar Tim here with your latest Baltimore Ravens Daily Blitz. It is the offseason. Mandatory minicamps are underway for just about every team in the NFL right now. We're going to see a lot of roster changes probably between now and September when the season starts, especially through later training camp, through the preseason, things like that. But I think right now we kind of have a pretty good idea of the base core for most of the teams, especially the top teams in the league, specifically the top 10 teams in the league. And I found an interesting exercise over at NFL.com that they did, and they wanted to grade the NFL's top 10 most complete teams for the 2023 season going into, here we are now, as I mentioned, in mandatory minicamps and things like that. And again, changes will be made, especially in the order of these top 10 teams. But as it stands now, your Baltimore Ravens made the top 10 over at NFL.com. They are behind. I'll just run through who's ahead of them right now. Number one, according to NFL.com, the most complete team right now, the Philadelphia Eagles. You have the Chiefs second, 49ers third. Kind of a head scratcher, especially with the quarterback position in question. Number four, you have the Cincinnati Bengals, the Ravens' fierce division rival. You've got the Dallas Cowboys at number 5. You've got the Buffalo Bills at number 6. And guess what, boys and girls? Number 7 is your Baltimore Ravens with the number 7 most complete team, most complete roster, according to NFL.com right now. They mentioned some specifics here. Of course, the fortune of the Ravens' future changed dramatically when they went ahead and signed Lamar Jackson to his new contract. If you lump in that with the signing of Odell Beckham Jr., the drafting of Zay Flowers, and don't sleep on the addition of Nelson Aguilar. I know that, of course, Beckham Jr. is the big free agent signing, but I think very quietly Nelson Aguilar is going to have a role in this offense that I think a lot of people are overlooking at this point. NFL.com also mentioned the new offensive coordinator, Todd Monken. That should bring some prominence back to the offense. And we know, at least I'm pretty excited to see what he does with Lamar Jackson, especially with what we perceive to be an improved passing game. I'm real excited to see how he utilizes Lamar Jackson, how he uses his running abilities along with his throwing abilities to sort of mix up the plays. And now you've got a bona fide number one wide receiver in Odell Beckham Jr. You still have Mark Andrews at tight end. You've got a healthy Rashad Bateman. And this is going to be a vastly improved offense under Monken. They talked about depth a little bit at NFL.com. Depth has been a huge talking point, of course, with the injuries, especially in the backfield. J.K. Dobbins, Gus Edwards, Justice Hill. All of these guys should be good. They should be healthy, which will add to some depth. We'll see if the health remains. The only thing that NFL.com had to say that was even remotely negative about the Ravens roster right now is on the defensive side of the ball. They still got some boxes to check defensively. The biggest question could be at corner. Marlon Humphrey, and then a bunch of question marks behind him, right? Who's the other outside starter? Rock Ya-Sin's going to help in the slot, but I don't know that he is a long-term answer anywhere other than in the slot. He's not going to be able to cover on the outside. So some question marks there. They could still bring back Marcus Peters. They could bring back Kyle Fuller. But I think even aside from those two guys, more is going to be needed. And NFL.com agreed. And here's the part that I liked the most about what NFL.com said. NFL.com said they could be set at defensive tackles, but another body would be nice. They would like to see some more depth. Broderick Washington, Travis Jones, Michael Pierce. You've got some depth there, but it's a long season, and that's a position of attrition historically. And, you'd like to see some depth there. So NFL.com thinks very highly of the Ravens roster right now, and it could get better. They could move up, by the way, right behind the Ravens at number 8, the Jets, number 9, the Seahawks, and number 10, the Los Angeles Chargers of Los Angeles Chargers. So that's it. That's our show for today. I appreciate you guys. Make sure you comment here. Let me know what you thought of NFL.com's current roster rankings, the most complete teams as we stand right now on June 6th. I would love to hear if you think the Ravens should be higher. You can comment here in the YouTube comment section under the video, or you can find me on Twitter at IndyCarTim. The network is at FanStreamDSP, or we do have a studio text line that's available 24/7, not just for live shows here on the network. Put it in your phone, 214-937-0569. We would love to hear from you there. We will reply. If it's pertinent to the show that we're doing, then we will probably use it on the air on one of the next daily blitzes that we do, or any of the shows here across the FanStream Sports Network. And we'll do it all again probably a little bit later in the week when we've got some more updates here on mandatory mini camps taking place. I am IndyCar Tim, and until then, boys and girls, we'll see you.